Welcome to the Modern Stock Car Cup Tour. Here in race number 11 out of 26 in our second season, we are here from Atlanta Motor Speedway for the SunTrust 400. As you can see, this will be the first of two races that include the quad oval in our first half. We've already seen the race at Charlotte. I wouldn't say these are cookie cutters per se, but they produce very interesting racing. Here is our 42 car field, is just about 30 seconds away from rolling off of pit lane. Our front row this afternoon are two previous race winners, Santiago Alvarez, who won the Coca-Cola 600 in Charlotte, and Creed Daniel, who won the Southern 500 at Darlington. It's going to be very interesting. As we all know, the famous streak is still very much alive. 10 races, 10 unique winners. We will see if that ends today.
Drivers, start your engines!
So with that, the 42 car field is just about to roll off of pit lane for our pace lap before we begin 65 laps of exciting racing from Atlanta, Georgia. Here's our starting lineup for this afternoon. In row 1, we have Creed Daniel and Santiago Alvarez. Row 2, we have Chase Buck and Bradley Ryan. Row 3, we have Darian Arnsworth and Vincent Crook. Row 4, we have Armin Salvador and Ian Corrab. Row 5, we have Doug Doring and Gonzalez off the second. Row 6, we have Luis Aguilar and Dan Wilson. Row 8, we have Faris Khalil and Stephanie Larson. Row 9, we have Jay Monin and Nelson Reeves. Row 10, we have John Buckford and David Iller. Row 10, we have Ryan Adama and Nolan Nelson. Row 11, we have Agrista Papageorgis and Brady Wilmington. Row 12, we have Jacob Thibodeau and Bryce Erlocker. Row 13, we have Patrick Starman and Wolf. Row 14, we have Amelia Nelson and Arthur Xavier. Row 15, we have Wade Driscoll and Tim Moore. Row 16, we have Christian Koppel and Jay Bird. Row 17, we have Mitchell Collins and Kyle Driscoll. Row 18, we have Leo King and Ethan Mitchell. Row 19, we have Kasuda Ramones and Carl McKinney. Row 20, we have Greg Shetner and Cody Bennett. And row 21, we have Dante Lemieux and Andre Peters. So coming off of turn number 4, the pace car will go on to pit lane as we are just about to begin the SunTrust 500 from Atlanta Motor Speedway into the restart zone and a green flag. Oh, we already got a spin on turn 1 on a lap 1 as they spin behind them. Leo King is in it, Luis Aguilar is in it, Jay Bird is in it, Andre Peters gets tangled up, and Vincent Crook's car is destroyed. They head back to the stripe, and Santiago Alvarez is your race leader. Let's take a look at the race replay. So yeah, that was the top 10. That was Vincent Crook in the number 12 car. You can see he just gets turned by Ian Corrab, who won at Bristol, and Corrab was not really too lucky. He got caught up in it. Luis Aguilar, a lot of the front of the field got caught up in it, besides for the top 8 or so. You can see a lot of people on the inside tried to avoid it. Leo King took a hard hit, and so did Winty Wolf, and then at one point Luis Aguilar gets put on his side, essentially. Let's take a look from the cockpit of the 12 car of Vincent Crook to see what he sees. Just a pretty bad crash overall. Now let's take a look at the 55 of Luis Aguilar. Essentially gets put on his side as the race off the pit road on lap 3 will have Alvarez as the leader, but Creed Daniel dropping down many spots. Where is he? Where even is Creed Daniel? Is he off the racetrack? No, there's Creed Daniel. I think that some guys stayed out, and yeah, some guys stayed out, some guys remained in there. So Doug Doring, Creed Daniel, and look at Patrick Starr starting outside of the top 20 of the afternoon, now moving up to 3rd. Then Tim Moore 4th, Christian Coppola 5th, Mitchell Collins 6th, and Dante Lemieux, who started 41st, now in 7th. You have to wonder, will that come back to bite them as a result of the pit stops of them staying out? I'm not exactly sure. But in any case, we will be right back after this. Doug Doring, your race leader, on lap 4 at Atlanta Motor Speedway. We are back from the SunTrust 400 at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Doug Doring in the number 30 unsponsored Pontiac for Adama Buck Racing is in the lead at this time. He stayed out on the yellow flag pit stops, which is why you see guys like Patrick Starr in 3rd, Dante Lemieux in 7th, and Ethan Mitchell in 9th. It really makes it interesting, and also Kesdudis Ramones, who started near the back, he's in 12th right now. We are about to get ready for the restart. Let's take a look. 30, the 28, the 08, the 13, and the 31 in your top 5. We will go green on lap 6 out of 65 in the SunTrust 500. Green flag. Patrick Starr now jumping to the inside in the 08. Looks like the 30 and the 28 are trying to work together, but now the 08 splits up the 30 and the 28. So now Patrick Starr moving into the 2nd position. He actually is going to jump to the inside as we have another caution. It's Dan Wilkins and Gustav Adolf II. Yeah, Gustav already had damage from the last wreck, and then he just got turned, so... Well, that wasn't long. But the 77 and the 14 tangle up in turn 3. As like we said, Patrick Starr almost took the lead, but he caught an unlucky break when the caution came out. And Creed Daniel, who restarted 2nd, now is back in 4th. And Tim Moore moves up to 3rd. We'll see if these guys go to pit lane. And they will not. They will stay out. The only person that looks like he's going to pit lane is Andre Peters in a number 8 car. But I think that's a rather rare exception. He might also have damage. He might have been slightly involved. Yeah, you can see Emilian Nielsen in there. Oh, he just did a stop and go. Oh, okay. We got word from the officials that he was serving a black flag. That's why he did a stop and go. But Nielsen, Wilkins, and Reeves are all doing actual stops. But that's about it for that. As Doug Doring, your race leader, on lap 8, could he upset again? But honestly, if he does it at this point, I don't think it will be much of an upset. We'll be right back after this. So a lot of yellow flag racing this afternoon, as we are already on our 2nd caution, as we are about to go green once again in the SunTrust 400. Doug Doring, your race leader, followed by Patrick Starr, Tim Moore, Creed Daniel, and Christian Coppola. It's getting very interesting here, as especially with the manufacturers. We have a Pontiac, Chevy, Toyota, and another Chevy. And we have a Ford, Chevy, Toyota, Chevy, and Toyota. The nearest Dodge is in 13th, which was your pole sitter, Santiago Alvarez. But Patrick Starr has been very good this season on restarts. He's capitalized on almost every opportunity he's had to do well. Does he do it again? Green flag. Already some tension back here as Kyle Driscoll got a very slow start on the restart. We continue to cycle through the field. There's Arthur Xavier and Nolo Hamilton. Dante Lemieux still running in the top 10 in that number 79 Camaro. As Patrick Starr looking to the inside of the 30. He could jump to the inside if he need be. But actually, Tim Moore... Oh, we got a wreck behind us. Wait a second. Wow, we got the big one on the front stretch. Wade Driscoll going upside down. Jay Bird is in it. Jay Monin is in it. Luis Aguilar is in it. That'll take out like half the field. I saw that behind me. I was like, goodness gracious. What happened here? So Kazdudas Ramones looks like he spun Ethan Mitchell, and then Armin Salvador got caught up. And then with that, he took out Jay Monin as they crossed the start-finish line. And then David Iller. And then this is where it gets really bad, with John Buckford hitting Agristo Papageorgios, Faris Khalil getting caught up, Greg Shatner, Faris Khalil all torn up, and then Wade Driscoll in the number 78 Chevy, or Ford actually, sorry. He's going on his side and then eventually going upside down because Aguilar sort of pushed him over. I mean, wow. Yeah, that was only one flip, but still, that was a lot. Let's take a look from the cockpit of the number 78 of Wade Driscoll to see what he sees during this wild ride. Insane, isn't it? And while we're at it, let's take a look from the hood of the number 15 of Jay Bird, because he also had a really wild experience as well, even though he was running near the back of the pack. Is it getting really interesting here from Atlanta Motor Speedway on our third caution. Just a huge wreck. Luckily for the leaders out front, not many are involved, but now the race leader is Brady Wilmington, with Mitchell Collins in second, Sam Godwalder at third, back in 32nd is Andre Peters. I believe that they're going to score Winty Wolf as fourth, if I'm not mistaken. Let's take a look at the points right here. And for Pacific Racing in general, for Brady Wilmington, remember, this is a three-car operation that they have, where for that three-car team, you have the 01 of Dakota Bennett, who is currently running, he's in the garage, my apologies, he's 36th. And then Creed Daniel isn't too far behind as well, he is 19th. But Creed Daniel won a race. Dakota Bennett got second at Martinsville. And Dakota Bennett also has done pretty well at tracks like this. He did pretty well at Charlotte before he wrecked out. But Brady Wilmington has had some of the worst luck all season. Wrecked out at Daytona. Didn't do good at Homestead. Didn't do good at Walt Disney. Wrecked out at both Darlington and Charlotte. Wrecked out at Martinsville. Wrecked out at Pocono. In fact, he almost went upside down at Pocono. Was involved in an accident at Watkins Glen. He was involved in another accident and finished last at Indianapolis. So now, if he takes the lead, and heck, if he wins the race, that would be insane for Pacific Racing, and it would be a huge comeback. It's almost like how Kyle Busch, who is known for being a good driver, hasn't had good luck in 2020. He hasn't won a race. He's been very much lagging behind as compared to even his own teammates, like Denny Hamlin and Martin Truex Jr. So it makes you wonder, Is there going to be a change this season with Brady Wilmington being the car owner, remember? Brady Wilmington is the car owner of all three cars. He's just having the 01 being driven by Dakota Bennett and the 28 being driven by Creed Daniel. But both of those drivers have surpassed him in the performances that they've had this season. If we take a look at the point standings as of right now, Brady Wilmington sits at 27th, while his teammate Dakota Bennett sits 1 point behind him in 28th, and then Creed Daniel is all the way up in 8th in the point standings. And remember, Creed Daniel is already locked into the All-Star race because of the fact that that he won a race. Now, to enter the All-Star race, you have to either win a race or be within the top 15 in points, or you finish well in the All-Star Open, which will be basically the night of the All-Star race before that. One of the only non-points races this season besides the Daytona Duels. But boy, oh boy, is it going to get interesting here from Atlanta Motor Speedway. We will see if we will see any more wrecks or if the field will finally start to spread out. Headed back to the start-finish line, the 62 of Brady Wilmington is your race leader as we take the green flag. Mitchell Collins already jumping to the outside and making some competition as well. Tim Moore, usually not your front pack driver, but he is running inside the top 10 this afternoon, and he's been doing pretty consistent as well, because he jumped up to the front of the field. Oh, Darian Arnsdorf with a Darian. Don't know what's going on with Andre Peters. He's had some issues. Not exactly sure what the cause is. Racing here. Look at this. Oh, this is 4 wide. This cannot end well. And it's not going to end well. We got a huge wreck coming off of 2. Arthur Xavier's in it. Dante Lemieux is in it. John Buckford as well. And the caution will wait. Caution number 4 on the afternoon. We got about 2 laps in. Let's take a look. I could just tell as soon as they were going 4 wide here that it was not going to end well. Let's take a look. You can see they weren't even 4 wide at this point. It was just Arthur Xavier getting up to Ryan Adema, and pow. Adema got in it. John Buckford as well. Jacob Thibodeau got a little bit caught up. Kęstutis Ramonas basically just spun into the side of Arthur Xavier. Let's take a look from the 43's hood to see what he sees as he's from the 16th position all the way probably to the garage. And he's able to drive it back. He's just, what's it called? Obviously, probably done for the afternoon. Let's take a look at Ryan Adema's hood in the number 92 Diablo Welding Dodge. See, Adema essentially gets off. He doesn't really get unscathed, per se, but he's definitely got some sort of interesting stuff there. Now, leaving pit road, there are some guys that are still staying out, which means now that the race leader is Chase Buck, with Darian Arnsdorf behind him, Bradley Ryman 3rd, Doug Doring in 4th, Christian Coppola 5th, Tim Moore 6th. Boy, oh boy, is it getting pretty interesting here from Atlanta Motor Speedway. 4 cautions in just 20 laps. We will be right back after this. From Atlanta Motor Speedway, your race leader Chase Buck, followed by Darian Arnsdorf, Bradley Rhyme, Doug Doring, Christian Coppola, Tim Moore, Nolo Hamilton, Easton Mitchell, Creed Daniel, and Patrick Starr. These restarts have been pretty interesting this afternoon from the SunTrust 500, as, well, what can I say? 4 cautions in just 20 laps. I can't say that the restarts have been non-eventful. We've seen a lot of cars getting taken out of contention this afternoon. So the 19 of Chase Buck, even though his teammate wrecked out a little bit while ago, and he's still in the race, he's just a little bit back there. He will take the green flag on lap 23. But already getting dicey in the middle of the pack. Already not looking good here is... I mean, the driving has been so aggressive as of late that it's really been something that you cannot ignore at this point. The driving is so aggressive. Whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, I don't know. But that's for... Oh! What a crash! Doug Doering and Christian Coppola on his roof! The big one coming off of turn 4 as Doug Doering shoots to the bottom, and he has a terrible crash in the quad oval. Oh my gosh. That might be the worst crash of the year. Wow. Doering got in it. Well, folks, if you wanted a caution-filled race, here you have it. Jay Monin turns Coppola hard into the wall. Coppola goes upside down, and he does a full flip, but so does Doug Doering, who goes on his roof. Santiago Alvarez, your pole sitter, got involved. Nelson Reeves got in it. Nelson Reeves hasn't had the best luck as of late, and he just stays on his roof and doesn't even land on his wheels. Let's take a look from Doug Doering's cockpit, as this is just such a terrible crash. When you're upside down like that, you really have no clue where you're going. But while we're at it, let's take a look from the hood of the number 31 of Christian Coppola, as he also had a really bad crash. I find really funny about Christian Coppola is that he just goes upside down and then just continues to drive along. Like, that's pretty crazy if you ask me. And then one more time, let's take a look from the hood of the number 52 of Armin Salvador. Crash. I mean, when 2 cars go upside down like that, that is insane. Now, they are going to stop the cars on the front stretch. They will red flag this race, as you can see right here. I mean, it's just, they're just stopping the cars. It's on the front stretch, as we do observe the red flag. But just an insane crash here, with Ethan Mitchell being in 4th right now, Tim Moore being in 6th at this point. There's Nelson Reeves on pit road. You can see just everybody stopped up here. Your current race leader is Chase Buck, followed by Darian Arnsdorf and Bradley Rhyme in your top 3. So they have lifted the red flag, and now on lap 28, the rain. Just a horrifying crash involving Doug Doering, Christian Coppola, Santiago Alvarez, and so many others. The question is, however, does the streak live on? For that we have 10 races, 10 league winners. It could all change this afternoon. As Carl McKinney is going to the lane, but regardless, headed into the quad oval, we have a green flag. There's been so much wrecking today, I wouldn't be surprised if this entire race is just caution, caution, caution. Is Jay Monin just sort of dropping back? Maybe there will be so few drivers left that we won't need another caution. Maybe that'll be it, but... There's Bradley Rhyme on the inside. Oh, he comes up and he blocks Darian Arnsdorf. And we have another crash. Up in the wall is Winty Wolf. Tim Moore is in it. It's just a little tangle up here. But really nothing compared to what we've seen today. Let's see. Yeah, just he turned him and Winty Wolf. Oh, wow. That was a hard hit. I did not expect the hit to be that hard, but at the same time... Let's see, he's going 200 in the corner when he gets turned. Actually, 201. And then, pow, he hits the wall at 192. Rides the wall a little bit. Let's take a look from the hood of the number 3 to see what he sees. And what a eventful race that we've had. It almost reminds me of Martinsville, where we had 14 cautions, which set the record for most in an MSCCT race. This afternoon we have 5 in the first 30 laps. We've barely been able to go 2 laps without a yellow flag. Most of the race has been run under yellow. It's just pretty incredible right now. But in any case, we will be right back after this. We are back from Atlanta Motor Speedway. As that horrible crash was riding up along the wall. Pretty crazy crash if you ask me. However, we will go green on lap 34. I don't know. I know that I'm not recording this live, so I don't know. You guys don't know either. You guys know the same as me, but I wonder how long it's going to be until we have another caution here. I can imagine it won't be long. Yep, right there, Mitchell Collins gets turned hard into the wall. Creed Daniel is in it, and Mitchell Collins goes upside down. He does a full 360. That looked more like a Tony Hawk Pro Skater move as the caution comes out for the 6th time. What in the heck happened here? I just knew that was going to happen, but let's take a look. Just a clean flip. I'm sure that everything is okay, and he's still going to drive it back to the garage. He doesn't care. He's going to drive it back to the garage. Whoa, what is going on here? Chase Buck was stopped. I'm thinking to avoid debris. I'm not exactly sure. You realize 3 cars have gone upside down and we're not even halfway done the race yet. Like, I just find that, for some reason, incredible. As Kyle Petty would say, that's incredible. We'll be right back after this. Boy, oh boy, is it an exciting race from the SunTrust 400. Okay, I don't know if y'all saw that, but Bradley Rhyme just jumped to the inside. I don't know what happened to him. Did he blow something in his car? Let's take a look. Oh, so... yeah, so they're here, and then I skip to here, and he just jumps to the inside. Oh, he might... yeah, I think he must have done something in the car. But he is dropping back like crazy. It reminds me of Atlanta last year when Cole Marco, on the last lap, ran out of fuel and basically wrecked the field behind him. So now, I guess since Bradley Rhyme is out, Darian Arnsdorf is just gonna, like, either stay back there or catch up to the second position. The question is he even gonna make it back to pit lane? Since he's going 40 miles an hour and he's slowing down, do you think he's out of gas? He could be out of gas. Now, if you look at his gauges are just fine, so it's something else that's not working in his car that's making it act like that. And it's just not working. I don't even know if he'll be able to make it back to pit lane. This is going to be really interesting. Question is, are they going to stay under caution until he gets to pit lane? He's right now running about 30 miles an hour. He's on the apron, so he's not really a distraction to anybody. And here's the problem. We are going green next time by. So if he can't make it back, we could have another lap under caution. He's running 24, 23. He's just continuing to have issues. You can tell something's wrong with the engine. Something's wrong with the engine. And they're going on the backstretch now. And he's just making it to pit lane. And Bradley Rhyme, remember, started third. So with him running 20 miles an hour, his pit stall is all the way at the other end. Let me check where he started. So Bradley Rhyme, he did start fourth. So he has the fourth pit stall. So what does this mean? I don't know. We'll keep you updated since his pit stall is all the way down here. He's running 17, running about 15 miles an hour. He's just sort of strolling down. The pace car might pass him. But in any case, we'll head off of turn number 4 into the quad oval, and we have a green flag once again. And Patrick Starr is blowing up in the 08. He's blowing up. This might bring out a caution. Uh-oh. Yeah, he's just stopped on the racetrack. Uh-oh. So Bradley Rhyme did make it to pit lane, and so did Patrick Starr since he blew up, but there's no caution. Yeah, so he was able to basically take the short track route. He was able to take the short track route down to where he wanted to go. Do we have another caution? I think we have another caution. Yep, we have a spin. John Buckford is in. Looks like Ethan Mitchell and Dante Lemieux as well. We cannot catch a break, can we? Did he flip? I think he flipped. Holy. Ian Korob causing his second wreck of the day. Greg Shetner comes up, hits Jay Monin. Ethan Mitchell takes a hard right. Goes on his side and... does he flip? He just stays on his side. He doesn't go upside down. Amelia Nielsen is lucky enough to avoid it. Good grief. Can't catch a break. This race is going to be like 50% under caution. It's insane. Back from Atlanta. What are we on? 6, 7 cautions? Honestly, it's more than short. But Andre Peters is how many laps down? Andre Peters is 4 laps down, although he's running 19th, and he's probably going to get up to like 16th, because there are about half the field is gone, half the field is out of the race, because of how many cautions we had. Boy, oh boy, back to the stripe, and green flag. Please, can we just have a lap without a caution? It's just like Martinsville. It seems like we're making a hostage deal with the track to not have a caution. There's the entire field. I mean, Ryan Adema's running 13th. He's got some damage. There's Darian Arnsdorf trying to push Andre Peters out of the way. Brady Wilmington moving up in the third. Oh, Carl McKinney. Carl McKinney wasn't running fast enough. I don't think there's enough cars left to really wreck that much. I think we made a lap without a caution. Yeah, we did. We made a lap. Congratulations. I feel like that deserves an award. So Andre Peters wasn't able to get out of the way. But Chase Buck is your race leader. Darian Arnsdorf trying to at least move a little bit. And Buck led for a little bit at Bristol, but did not really make any moves. And eventually lost the race. Hasn't really been a line that has been reigning superior, just like how the outside line was really good at Bristol. There hasn't really been any preferred line by any preferred driver this afternoon. Gotta wonder if that plays a role in why we've had some single file racing. There's no Low Hamilton and Jacob Thibodeau. They're battling for the 4th position. And Brady Wilmington is on the inside of the 98. He could make a pass. Now, but Arnsdorf is going to make the block. So as we cycle through the field, let's take a look at what we've got. We have Chase Buck in your lead, Darian Arnsdorf second, Brady Wilmington. Make a pass here. He might make a pass. Let's take a look at here. He is going to make the pass, although can he hold on to it? Oh, yeah, he is, because John Buckford is going to slow him down big time. Darian Arnsdorf is going to lose a lot of spots thanks to John Buckford. Well, I guess that some people can say thank you, Mr. Buckford. It's just like with the Simon Garfunkel song. What's that you say, Mrs. Robinson? Heaven knows that it's time to pray. Hey. I don't really know the words, but it's a good song. Probably one of my favorites from Simon and Garfunkel. So Brady Wilmington moves into second, and now Darian Arnsdorf back in third, or back in fifth, actually. Since the third place car is now Nolo Hamilton. Now, Hamilton has had really one of the better rebounds this season. He struggled in the first quarter and then was able to rebound, finishing well at Bristol, finishing well at Indianapolis, finishing well at Watkins Glen. He's overall had a decent season as he slides himself into the top 15 in points. He's just done a lot better than a lot of people expected. Hamilton in third, Thibodeau fourth, Arnsdorf fifth, Tim Moore in sixth, Stephanie Larson in seventh, Ryan Adema in eighth, Ian Korob in ninth, Greg Shetner in 10th, David Iller 11th, and then right now, it looks like the 12th place car is Amelia Nielsen. 13th place car is Carl McKinney. 14th place is Jay Monin. 15th is John Buckford. And 16th is Andre Peters. Everybody else is out. It's just like how at Darlington, about 3/4 of the field actually didn't finish the race. It was, I believe, 25 out of 38 cars didn't finish the race. I was like, oh, you have to be kidding me. Let's find the leaders while we're at it. Brady Wilmington getting further and further back from Chase Buck at this time, with 10 laps to go. Right now, the closest guy that could actually win the race and snap the streak is in 5th place, which is Darian Arnsdorf. But Chase Buck is really the driver who has needed to win the most, because he hasn't won at all, and he's done really well. So he is really deserving of a win this afternoon. Next lapped car that could be a challenge is Amelia Nielsen, and Amelia Nielsen puts on the block. Brady Wilmington goes to the outside. Does he make the move? Is he gonna make the move? Not in time, at least. And now Nolo Hamilton slides into second. And now Hamilton on the inside of Buck. They are side by side. Buck gets the advantage coming off of 2, and both cars get a good run coming off the corner. There's Andre Peters again. He just keeps going on an endless cycle on pit lane. I don't know what that's all about. I don't think they're really going to get any more lap traffic for the rest of the race, unless there's some surprise here. I mean, the 16 and the 19, they're running at about the same speed, so I wouldn't be surprised if you don't really see much. Here's your grandstands here, almost a sold-out crowd here from Atlanta Motor Speedway. Jacob Thibodeau on the inside. He drops back to 4th. Hamilton, Arnsdorf 5th. And then Larson staying in 7th with Tim Moore in 6th. Brady Wilmington could be on the inside here trying to make a move. And Chase Buck, with 5 to go, looks like he would extend the streak if it were to continue. If he were to continue at this pace, he'd probably have a good shot at winning it. Now, the race leader with 3 laps to go. Brady Wilmington could be on the inside of 33 here. He's going to try to make that move. The question is, will the move stick? Will it land? Looks like it might if he's able to clear him. Oh, there's John Buckford behind him. Oh, they're going to get bunched up. They're going to get bunched up. Coming back to the stripe, 2 laps to go. Now Jacob Thibodeau on the inside. Thibodeau on the inside. Thibodeau's going to take the lead away. Can he clear the 19? Not yet. The 19 takes the lead back, down the back stretch. But now the 87 is going to have help from the 62. Try to get him in the lead. Coming back to the stripe. Oh boy, here we go. White flag, 1 more lap to go from Atlanta Motor Speedway. Chase Buck still in the lead. He tries to clear him, and he is going to clear him on the back. Brady Wilmington now jumping to the inside of the 87. This will be a battle to the stripe. Chase Buck, although he does have it. Coming off of turn number 4, the streak lives on another day. Chase Buck wins at Atlanta. And Brady Wilmington did hold off Jacob Thibodeau to get second. Let's take a look at that. Oh yeah, very close right there, but by about a half a car length, Brady Wilmington does get second after. That's such a good finish for Brady Wilmington. It's not a win, and he had the lead for a few seconds. So did Jacob Thibodeau. He had the lead for just a few seconds, but just couldn't hold on. But what a finish from Atlanta Motor Speedway. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure we'll see a better finish this afternoon, or tomorrow afternoon, when we see Talladega Superspeedway for the Books A Million 500. We will see you guys next time. Chase Buck, your race winner.